November. One of this best of 5 kicks off right now. We get this one on the way and get this going. Let's see what will go down. Reynor's in the bottom right, herO is in the upper left. As we get into the start of this series, so away we go. It's underway, get this rolling. See what's going to happen. Obviously PVZ here in the winner bracket semis. Winner of this gets to play StarCraft in a best of 7 afterwards. That's obviously going to be fun, whoever it is. Like, turns out to be the challenger for StarCraft. You just have a Cybercore going down, the gateway coming up, as mentioned before. Our next is coming through. We got a little bit of everything on the go initially. Sorry guys, I've got an Ellie who's intrigued in what I'm up to. Baby, it's the same as every day. I'm working. Yep, I talk at this screen, and they give us money, and that makes your treats appear. That's how you get fed. So if I don't talk at the screen, it doesn't happen. Okay? What, you want to say hello quick? Oh, okay. Look, I'll get the camera on you, because I know the camera will make you go away. Hey guys. What's up? Yeah. I'm Ellie. Like, no, I'm not going away from the camera anymore, Dad. I like the camera. You just do whatever is the opposite of what I'm saying, don't you? You do. You do, don't you? Yep. Alrighty, so an Adept continue to move around. The Queen is chilling. And just gonna try and get some early damage done in those early stages, just looking for a little bit of whatever we can get to start out. Again, Oracle is on the way as well. Let's just have feelings gathering up. And otherwise, a Queen, a couple of Overlords will continue through as well. That hatchery still coming by also. So again, getting a little bit of everything on the go right now. And this all ready to party. Oracle's obviously starting to come out as well, so we're going to start seeing herO making his way into that Oracle-based play. Get those Oracles out, bring them down the map, get that all settled for these early stages. As we see the Oracle activating, just going to grab one drone initially, so some shots off there. Again, just going to be seeing that link speed coming through as well as we continue by. Another couple of Adepts going to continue to see what else they can get up to for a couple of moments. Again, Twilight Council Forge, all continuing through. We get ourselves a gateway and the Nexus building up as well. A couple of probes continuing by. And again, the link speed is about halfway done. Adepts come forward, the Creep Tumors will drop. And again, a bit more damage being done for the moment here. As our Twilight and Forge continue in. It's going to see the couple of probes building as well. All these extra gates from herO, you can see him powering up onto these 3 bases. All the gates, the charge +1. Those are all the makings of this very aggressive kind of next stage of the game, which has become more and more popular to play charge instead of blink. So you get into that charge, you add on some Archons, then your composition is good to go. Pretty much. You have the hatchery will just come down at the front as well. Obviously just seeing Reynor taking the 4 bases. That forward base may be difficult to hold if you get some kind of like aggressive zealot play kind of towards it. So that could be kind of interesting. That could be something we see get an intriguing talking point in the next little while. Shots off there. Just gonna see our Oracle's activating as well. And these zealots do start to show up, so it's going to be Reynor now on the defensive as he realizes, whoa, I'm in a bit of trouble. Oracle's going to activate, the zealots are going to be pushed back against those zealots, so the zealots can fight against the queens for a little. And again, we just have 8 more zealots warping into full aggression mode here from herO. He is not going to slow this down. More and more zealots will stream on forwards, and this looks problematic indeed, as all of these adepts continue to try and come through as well. A couple Oracles will continue to chill out up in the skies. With these zealots now into the natural expansion, roaches are being made. Main nest on the way. These are all great answers, but they're all coming way too late. As the zealot helps to hold back a little bit as well. The +2 attack on the way from herO, so he's only going to get more powerful. You follow this up with Blink. Maybe getting to the point where these zealots... Nah, I don't think it is a mistake, actually, because more of them showing up, and you can see they just instantly wrap around and surround this bit of the army, so shut down there. Can continue to do very well overall and just put ourselves into a better and better spot, it seems. As though this is going to be herO perhaps just closing the game out with it. The Oracle's going to activate onto these queens. We take them down. Even more zealots showing up, and Reynor is just going to type GG as herO has got enough, and he will take them. Have food. That's the problem. She only really sticks around when I've got food. It's funny. Even if I have food next to me, she'll sit down next to me and like lie there and just like be like, oh yeah, I'm asleep. The moment the food is potentially gone, or like say I'm like eating over the course of like a series, like in the breaks or something, she'll sit and lie there and like sleep next to me. The moment I move my plate to the side, which indicates like there's no more food, boom, she gets up, she goes sleeps elsewhere. She's literally using me for food, guys, nothing else. And yet she never gives me food, you know? Very one-sided relationship, if I'm going to be honest with you. Whoever plays Reynor's how to have the doggo. I don't think at least Harry's golden enough to be... Well, no. At least Harry's too golden for Reynor. Ellie has a brother that actually has the same hair color as Reynor. Like, very white. We have ourselves the moments of getting set up here. Obviously, early game PvZ doesn't always have a lot to scream and shout about, so it's gonna be chilled out for a few moments instead. Lord is coming across the other side. And just looking to see what may be done. And Sabico and the Nexus both coming through. Okay, coming up. Intel coming through. The Nexus continues in. Put that Stargate down over in the corner. Not surprising to see the Stargate again. Honestly, probably expecting the Stargate in pretty much all of these games. Obviously, maybe one game we open Twilight or something, mix up a little bit. herO has shown that against Dark recently. A little bit in the WardiTV Championship, I believe, as you have this single. Zergling's still wandering around, so still also looking for some chances to get a bit of something done. Link speed continues up, the Stargate continues through. All of that underway for the moment. As we get this all set up. But again, Warp Gate and the Oracle continues by. That single Stalker going to go pinging away at this Overlord as well, so just looking to try and knock that one down and out of the equation. Let's see, a few probes nibbling up at a Zergling. Again, nothing really overly exciting. All said and done, just very typical stuff so far. Finally waiting for this Stargate play to kick in and see where we can go from there. The Oracle and Stalker continue to activate. Looking for a little bit more excitement. Hatchery will go down. As the hatchery goes down, we got ourselves the Oracle continuing over as well. I'm just going to see those couple queens firing up, starting to deal a little bit further damage. Just going to try and get things backed around a little bit. Have the +1 shields, +1 armor continue through as well. So again, just bringing up this up as best we can. Right now, let's just see again, 1-1 upgrades, shields on the way. Bringing all of this through for the moment is just have the oracles coming around as well. So again, get those oracles set up a little bit. Continue to move them over. Twilight Council coming through also. We do have our queen still there to fight back against those oracles a little bit as well. So just doing what we can for the moment. Queens will make sure these oracles don't do too much else. Of course, you want a good defense here. Will make everything else that herO tries to get done a little bit worse. Oracles will continue to chill. As you do see again, the 1-1 upgrades continuing by, the shields continuing through. A little bit of all of that. Bringing in the triple forge. It's going to mean that all of his gateway units are going to be that much more powerful than usual. It is weird to see, but, you know, it's a style that we can see works sometimes, but not if you let Lings in. Obviously, herO needs to also not take loads of damage early in the game. Need to be careful about that. So we continue by. Continue to see what we can do as our roaches gather together. Stream's gonna lag out a little bit. Let's just see a couple queens still coming about. Oracle's gonna be there. Queen's gonna fire. Oracles will take more damage. And we have our Temple Archives coming through. The prisms coming up as well. Still seeing the +2. Attack and armor and shield all on the way. Those upgrades will not stop. Revelation just going to hit the queen. As else continuing around the far right hand side. Templar, people in a building. No links come through. Hive is on the way. It's going to see the Prism continue to load up for a little bit as well. +2 melee and the +1 missiles continue into production. As we have Reynor trying to match those upgrades of herO. Can you match these upgrades? herO's upgrades are obviously pretty wild, given the current circumstances. Sunling Roach is going to get a catch moving forwards on some of those Zealots, so a bit more damage dealt there. As you do see, Blink coming through, 2-2 on the way, 2-2-2 on the way. I can't get over the fact he's got 2-2-2 on the way. Triple upgrade, superpower mode. As the Zealots drop off, and they're going to go after those few Zerglings. The Lings will have it surrounded. Prism will be denied. Just having ourselves the Oracle continue to get set up for the moment. Continue to move around. Do you see our Lings and the Ravages continuing to move about as well? So again, trying to see what we can get done. Baneling Force continuing to establish. It's going to be very important to knock down those Zealots and to give you a chance against this Protoss army. So, we set up right here. We get it going. It's going to be seen a couple of Roaches going to be on that side. The Roach Ravager continues to come about. Again, just going to be seeing the Prism continuing down the other direction. We do have Greater Spire coming up. The Ravager's all underway. Here come those Banes. No Baneling speed, but I mean, it still stops the Zealot from charging into you, so as long as you're still pressing forward, perhaps this really ain't so bad. The counterattack is obviously not looking great. That Prism is low. I mean, this just looks like it's not going to do anything. It does see the Greater Spire, but obviously that's, you know, all well and good seeing it. That is step one, but there's more steps to it than that. I mean, seeing it is half the battle. I'm not sure there's going to be a battle here that you can really fight back from easily. As herO, I mean, I just don't know how you prepare for this at the moment. I suppose is what this is kind of feeling like, so. Well, just going to be seeing our Bane Ravager continuing through. Zealots continue up, the Banes are going to continue to come about as well. Let's continue across. The Immortals and the Stalks continue to come by. I'm just going to be seeing the Lings and the Ravagers continue to come about. The Immortals, the Archons continue to come through. The Stalkers as well. So let's continue to come about. Now Roach Ravager continues to come back around the other way. And let's just have the Immortals continue to trade it out as well. So again, trying to find a little bit more for the moment. Immortals, Archons continue to come through. There's going to be seeing the Lings still running up the right-hand side. It's going to be seeing the Lings still coming across for the moment. see these Amors trying to fight. Just gonna be seeing how Ravagers continue to come through. Just gonna see how Ravagers continue to come about again. Extra Stalkers coming through. I was just firing again. A couple of those Stalkers getting pinged backwards. Just going to be seeing our Stalkers still firing again. The Ling Ravager coming about. Just going to see our Cannon's going to get corrosive Viled. I'm going to see an Archon taking some big damage as well. The Banes continue to roll through, looking for the Stalkers. I'm going to see 12 probes going down. GG's. Reynor's going to bust through to tie the series up. Sorry guys, I'm back. I had to write up a complaint on my lunch order. I don't know if you guys have this in Subway. So I ordered Subway. And Subway have this new thing, right, where they have like pre-made subs. Like this is the new thing they're pushing, like the pre-made subs. And they already decide what's in them and stuff. You can still make your own, right, but they have these pre-made ones. So when I ordered it, I ordered one that sounded like what I would usually just order myself. Because it had all the salad that you should get in, the sauce sounded fine, so I just ordered it as a pre-made one, right? And so what they've done is when they've read the thing, when they've read the thing on the thing and made it, they've read, oh, a steak and cheese, and because you don't select any of the options, because the options are already pre-decided, they've literally just made a pure steak and like there's just no sauce, there's no salad. It's just bare bones basic bitch because they didn't read their own dumb pre-made thing. Every time I try and get a pre-made one, it sucks. I learned my lesson twice now. Twice. Alrighty, game number 3 here. herO and Reynor. Get this underway. Get this started up. As we coming in, Stalker just going to go after the Overlord. Just going to be grabbing that as the Ilvi gets shoved over to the side. Away we go for the moment. Let's just have everything else chilling for a couple of moments. Comes over, Feeling's going to get tapped, Probe is going to move out. You see the Nexus continuing to come through, and the Assimilator comes up as well. couple drones going down, a couple lings are going to be there. The Adept is going to fall. Power counts on the Forge both on the way up. The Oracle continues through. This Oracle just gonna dive in, look for a few of those lings. Queen's gonna zone. Oracle's just gonna get pushed back in. Blink and the +1 continue through for the moment, so we keep that on the go. See a few lings moving over, a couple stalkers, the adepts continue to chill for a moment. Hero finishes his blink. Because this Forge's coming through, so the lings can get caught in those. Lings on the other side. They do wrap around. Stalkers will fire. Hatchery still in trouble. Overlord continues to move back. Hatchery will fall. So the 4th base going down. Big success on the first push here from herO. Big success indeed. So absolutely delivering on that one. Thing's still wrapping around, and again, a few more of those Stalkers still getting knocked down. Again, Stalkers chilling, Oracle's there. Queens will gather up as well. You see, obviously, Reynor trying to counterattack with a few Banes. They don't have speed, though, so those Banelings are going to be very slow wandering about and really not doing much of anything here. Oracle's still active, going to go after those Banelings. I'm just going to be seeing the Oracle's able to take down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like I say, those are just slow, sad, waddly Banelings. Not able to do too much. Little Lings coming back down the left. And do have the +2 attack, the armor upgrade coming up as well. We see these Lings trying to move forward again, but we'll not quite get there for the moment. Coming through. I'm just going to be having ourselves the few Stalkers and the Oracles continue to go off on one another. Continue to just, again, protect against those few Zerglings, making sure not too much happens there. Stalker's still gathering for a little while. And again, I'd say so far hero's definitely found pretty good aggression throughout the course of the game, so I don't think he's going to be too upset with how things are looking at the moment. Stalker's going to take a moment to jump onto a Creep Tumor, knock that down. Couple more Cryptiums coming along over on the right-hand side. Again, Stalkers and Adepts continue to come by. Things continue to trade. They're starting to run through. Stalkers are going to take a few more shots of damage. Just going to see a lot of the Stalkers getting surrounded there. Stalkers continue to run back. We are going to be seeing Roach Ravager continuing through as well. And it is going to be at least Reynor pushing back a little bit, which he definitely needs, because clearly this was not really going his way up until now. So that's going to be a big step in the right direction for him, but still very much so Protoss Army that is holding out on the front doorstep, is absolutely sitting strong. Looking good at the moment, so yeah, so far so good. The herO, who really does keep himself in a great spot. Can Reynor somehow break out of this and reset things a little bit? It feels like right now he kind of needs to. As our Stalkers continue to come over, the Queens are going to be there. A few Banelings going to crash in for those Zealots. An extra round of Zealots warping in as well now. We're just going to be seeing those Roaches still firing away. The Stalkers still taking shots. We've seen these Stalkers still trying to fight, and again, Reynor has actually been able to turn this around a little bit. That supply is going to sink for herO until at least the warping comes back through, so the warping will help him out once again. Stalkers getting set one more time. The corrosive Biles, and obviously just working this choke point. Disruptors on the way up as a follow-up as well, so herO will have the next stage of this game established in the very near future. There's Disruptors available, and obviously Reynor does not really have any tech to help him against that, so they're just going to be, constant dodges. He is on Hive, so I guess the idea of a Viper may not be completely impossible there. So, yeah, something we could maybe see. Would be very helpful if you could get to a Viper, of course. As the Ravage continue through, a couple Stalkers still being dodged away from. You do see a few Zealots on that high ground being picked up as well. Continue back and forth for now as we go either side. Just going to see those Ravagers still coming. Try and pressure this army. Like I say, this is where the Disruptors I think are very nice, because you're going to be able to force Reynor back through this choke, force him to back away. A little bit more kind of control over the fights essentially as herO. You can make Reynor kind of pick and choose his battles a little bit more than you can currently. And the more Disruptors you get, the more constant those shots can be, and the more successful you can likely be with this whole setup as well. So, again, that continues to look pretty decent here as the Stalkers are making the break in towards the personal space of the Roach Ravager. The Lings on the other side, though, might be able to catch the Disruptor and maybe take that down, and the Stalkers on their own against Lings are not so hot, and that's going to be the biggest problem of all. All those upgrades are not helping against Lings, and the Stalkers are going to get turned around. What a hold by Reynor. He is going to defend. He is going to hang on in there. Reynor will live and survive another day right now. Incredible. Lings still coming through. Those Stalkers are there to push those Lings back once more. Colossus coming by. +3 melee is coming up also. We have our Nexus and our Colossus continue to produce. +3 melee, Ling Bane on the way. SU Stalkers on the bottom side going to come through. Roach Ravager will step forward as well. So we're seeing a little bit more action coming through, as we do have the 12 probes going down, and the army still just going to sit there and continue to fight back just a little bit. 16 probes currently going down. Again, good damage being found at the moment, and that is going to do it. That is going to be GG's out and became a pretty heavy veto for a bunch of races in certain matchups. So no, you don't see this one so much. Going to see it here in the PVZ. As obviously we have herO in the top right and Reynor in the bottom left. Into this game number 4. hatchery first comes into play. No surprises about that one just yet. Yeah, and drone continues to move around. Probe will be chased a little bit. Typical finishes up, starts a warp gate. Cancelled it, restarted it. It is going to go Twilight. Ooh. Bit of a different vibe here from herO. Starting up resonating glaives. Getting that underway. Probe facility coming through. And just having ourselves bullings continuing back for the moment as well. More links coming across the map. I was going to see if any more depths continue to come through. That's going to come through. A couple of queens going to get coming across. You can see those things still playing. Let's continue to find another roach going down. See now, Depths continue to attack, so this first assault from herO succeeding for the moment, getting some damage dealt. I mean, 3 drones being picked off thus far, but where to go? He's adding on an Immortal. He might feel like this is a good enough delay to then just commit into the next attack, though, so herO still looking to be aggressive. One more depth warp in. He's going to go shading forwards. Things wrapping around. Immortal will continue. to drop. That's going to be dead immediately. And that's coming back. A few more drones going down. That's 6 now. 8 workers killed. I was going to see again those extra roaches continue to come through. Immortal, Robobay, continue to come up. Do you see the Link's trying to move forward there? The Adept is going to be firing up a shot. Link's on the way. Robobay finishing shortly. So again, the general next stage of this is all being set in stone right now. Have ourselves the disruptor production. Also on the way up, so bringing those disruptors into life. I think we saw disruptors in the last game, but they weren't enough. Losing an Immortal is really rough, because obviously it really takes away some of your defense/offense that you could have had here. So those Lings running by, catching an Immortal was a big deal. Can Reynor get this defense to work in his favor? Looking reasonable so far, honestly. Also, bars come down. The Adept shade through. That's one of the problems. Obviously, the mobility of those Adepts can still be utilized. But the things will chase down, and a couple of sentries begin to drop. 8 drones lost. Looks as though the shade from herO is going to provide enough value here to slow his opponent down. Looks as though Reynor may end up in just that little spot of trouble. Well, Adept's being pushed around. The Roach is coming back through. And Blink coming up, a couple extra gates coming by. So obviously herO wants to continue putting the pressure on, and can you blame him? It's been a success story for him up until this point, so keep up that pressure, keep the damage coming. It's going to be his plan for the moment for sure, as these couple of disruptors obviously make this difficult. We missed the GG on screen, but it happens. Then it is going to be herO to take the map and to bring this series back a game to a game number 5 now. So we're going to go the whole distance. We're going to Reynor. How's herO at Protoss? I just feel like Reynor's been put in some tough positions. He's had to claw his way out of one. The first game he won was very convincing, but the next game he won was a little bit tough, for sure. So you know, we'll open the simulator, continuing through. Fallon gets set. And that drone continues through as well, so again, we keep all this on the run for the moment here. Going to see what the tech's going to be. Obviously, we've seen some very Stargate heavy plays thus far. Kind of expecting that to maybe be a part of the plan once again. Let's just have our next coming through. Yeah, we're still coming up. Want to see Stargate. Has not been the only option, of course. We have seen some Twilight play as well, but I think you go into game 5, it's all tied up. Maybe we do just go Stargate once more. Feels like the more you go Twilight, the less often it works, right? It's good to mix in as like, huzzah, something different. You know, it's not the same every game, be aware of that, but in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's very rarely much more than that, so... Let's see. Obviously, we'll find out soon. Cybercore finishing, even just the Warp Gate starting or not will tell us a bit about Twilight versus no Twilight. Unless he wants to play the mind game, start the Warp Gate, then still go Stargate just a little bit delayed, because Reynor might now be afraid of Twilight builds. We cancelled for a second, started the Stargate, then restarted Warp Gate, so... It's obviously pretty common to start Warp Gate initially, just to, you know, again, fill the first check of the Overlord. Just force your opponent to kind of pay attention there in those early moments. Make sure they're not being lazy, and make sure they're putting in the work to gather all that vital information. Finally comes down, Stargate continues up. I'm just going to see the Adept continuing down towards the bottom right as well. It's just heading across over there. Gonna look to see what we may be able to do. It's going to continue back down to the bottom. Just going to be seeing the Adept still standing up. The Oracle is coming through, halfway done. It's going to shade back to the upper left-hand side. Again, Adept and the Warp Gate continue to produce. Well, Adepts continue to shade back down the bottom right. Again, the Oracle coming up. The Warp Gate is about to be done. The Oracle still producing forwards here as the Oracle combination heads to the bottom sides. Again, with Link Speed finish on its way. See a major step towards the right direction. There's a couple Queens begin to go after the Oracle as well. It's just going to go straight through there. Link's chasing after the Adepts. And Queen's coming around. Oracle is going to go down. Nice catch early from Reynor. Good starting defense. That's going to put him in a much better spot. It's going to make his life a whole lot easier. I mean, if you defend well initially, right? I mean, like I say, obviously the follow-ups then are going to be so much simpler to come by. There's a couple of Adepts do go through. They grab themselves a little pick off as well. So again, definitely so far so good. In terms of defense for Reynor, he's put himself in what I would call a great position even. Let's see, 6 drones going down now though. So it was all starting off good. It was the follow-up that was not so good. Finally, those Adepts peeled away. They got a little extra. And in the end, herO does find and pierce the defense of Reynor. So, again, it was looking beautiful. Now not so much. And so I'd say herO's going to be happy as he sends a few more Adepts onto the other side. Again, I'll look to see what they might be able to get done. Adepts and the Oracles just come back together. Going to shade in. The Blings and Queens here. I'm not sure how much that will do. Maybe the distraction for the Oracles will be something because the Adepts feel wasted. They do not feel as though they have done everything that they would have hoped and dreamed of across the course of that fight. So that's not the prettiest of situations for sure. Oracle coming about. Charge still coming through. Oh, we have the Rotron continued up as well, so we keep on bringing this in. We're going to see a melee upgrade coming by. Oracle still flying across, just taking position for the moment. As you see, Adepts are still making their way around as well, so again, just getting themselves set up for now. Oracle will go down, Stasis Ward will also go down. This is going to be picked away at. And again, the few Adepts are trying to move forward, just going to try and shade through towards the natural, so away they go. Ward's still being pinned by the Stalkers, so shots coming off there. Ward will indeed be killed. Again, just seeing that melee upgrade. I will all the bits and pieces continuing to come on through. Broadcast from here as well with the charge. We're starting to see some of the future tech coming online for our Protoss play and how he might continue to play out this series. Prism still overhead. So let's continue through the first couple of Archons on the way. I'll see if herO wants to hit a timing at all. There's a potential where he could maybe move across the map and try and get aggressive with first lot charge on Archon, but I mean, because the Reynor's unit production has been plentiful to be able to deal with that, so wouldn't be too surprised if herO just kind of hangs back. He did send the Prism over. Prism is currently in the process of doing a little bit of harassment here and there, so I'm see finding a little bit of damage. Just going to be seeing the Zealots also gathering up. Also, the Infestation Pit, the Baneling Nest coming through. He's going to find an Oracle that's just sat there attacking, so that's not ideal. Losing your Oracle is something that's almost always going to continue to provide value throughout the game if you're careful with it, but obviously not the case here. So just firing, Archon's taking hits, the Queen's still gathering, helping to push that Prism away still for now. And the Zealot's still coming through too. And Blink on the way, +2 attack, +1 armor continuing by. Gonna see those couple of Archons firing away, and those Creep Demons still taking some shots as well, so again, damage being added up for the moment. Very nearly going down as well. Again, herO's been a little sloppy with some of his units this game. The Oracle dropping off, and just moments where it feels like it could have been better for him. He checks for the base here, doesn't find it, so nothing will come of that. So, you know, Archon just coming through, that Blink coming up, extended Thermal Lens, +1 shields as well. But everything continuing for now. You have the Retro Ravagers going to finish off those few Zealots. It's going to pick those off and go from there. The Archon's just going to be used as creep clearance at the moment, but there ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Clean up a little bit of creep, getting that out the way straight away. Definitely not a bad thing. The Viper coming through, and then the Adrenal Gans and the +3 melee in production also here for the moment. Again, got a little bit of all of that coming through right now. With the later game tech coming online from Reynor, he's obviously been maxed for a while. His base count looking good. 5 bases, all mining. It's looking good across the board there. I'm going to be seeing a few more Warpins come by. Just waiting on. Again, just some final finishing upgrades come into play. Figure out how exactly everything will continue. The Archons will begin to trade up against those Queens, so a bit more damage on that. Have this main Protoss force on the big push. Well, like I say, the tech is here from Reynor, so if he's going to be able to fight this, this would be the moment. If his opponent is on creep, he can drop some Blinding Clouds. The Colossi do not fire during this time because of the Blinding Clouds. Corrosive Vials hitting as well. Reynor, massive start. Rebuilding a lot of Lings, though. And obviously rebuilding a lot of Lings is nice, but is it good enough? Good question. Not sure, 112 Lings. The problem is you're going to need more Banes with some of them, otherwise you're running Lings just into these 4 Colossi still. He did a good job denying the Colossi, but now they're still active. How much of a problem is that going to turn into for you here as Reynor? He does have Vipers. Maybe you can abduct those Colossi, minimize their effect. That feels like most likely the situation you more or less have to take here. So we've seen this big fight breaking out again, still using a lot of blinding clouds as Reynor tries to break on through. He is starting to make the distance, he is starting to make the difference, and he is going to get on top of the tech units here. The Colossi still being pushed back, and with that, he is going to be able to take out an Immortal as we go as well. Everything else being chased away. This army continues to push, continues to look to kill, and now that there's no tech units left from herO, obviously any sort of follow-up is going to be that much tougher for him than what it would have been originally. So that is going to be a brutal blow here for herO. Like I say, that's absolutely going to make his life just so much tougher across the course of this next few minutes. It may just be Reynor to set up that winner bracket final against Cell, guarantee a Zerg in the grand final, send one of the Basilisk players through to the top 2 guaranteed of the competition. And while it was all about herO and Maru initially in the group stages, they were the first to qualify out of groups into playoffs. They looked great in those matches. It's been all about the European players here today. If Reynor closes this out, then especially so. Pushing into this base now, we'll see again a location which you can't really imagine herO is going to be in love with losing. Believe it or not, most of the time players are not in love with losing any of their bases, so yeah, no surprises on that one as 12 probes go down. These Ravagers obviously going to completely control. Feelings on the other side, just doing some bits and pieces as well, just little bits of additions in terms of the damage being dealt. The space goes down, more corrosive balls coming through. Zealots, the Archon, the Immortal, all getting picked away at. And it really does feel as though Reynor will indeed close this out and take us through to the best of 7 up bracket finals for himself against Cyril, against his teammates. Very exciting. Wonder if we'll see Reynor play any Protoss across the course of the series. Seems to be very on and off in terms of whether he wants to do that or not, honestly. Let's see a few Stalkers coming around. The Observer is there. The Prism moving back across as well. Have this army of herO into the center. Stalkers, Immortals, Archons. Pushing over right now. You see the Capacity Bomb on the Prism, I think, is enough to just get the kill on that as well. So, will indeed go down. Probe's already going down the other side of the map again. Reynor maintains his pressure, maintains his aggression here. Is not going to let this up for anything. And really does just look as though Reynor is not far from popping into, again, that winner bracket finals. There's not much else to say. I mean, this army is a little bit teched up in terms of having a few of the Immortal Archon available that we haven't necessarily had previously. More Bane's popping. We're just going to go rolling forwards. 7 probes going down. Still damage being done on the other side. So again, remember that herO is being made to be more and more all in with this push every second. Not that I think we ever really considered that that was going to become a factor, because it didn't seem like this push was going to have too much life left in it at all. GG's, Reynor.